As you probably already know, Unity has recently made a big announcement, and this announcement is really bad news for my indie game. I've been developing a game called Grapples Galore for 3 years now, and this basically means I need to rethink my whole monetization plan. If you don't already know, Unity is going to start charging developers per install starting January 1st, 2024. They do have a system in place where you don't get charged if you make less than $200,000 a year, which is nice, but for free-to-play games means your game is a huge financial risk. I've talked to other indie developers, and this sort of free-to-play model makes nowhere near 20 cents per download. This means if my game somehow got really popular, all of a sudden Unity would bankrupt me. If I made a generous 5 cents per download on average, which from what I've heard barely any games like mine make, and I somehow cracked this $200,000 threshold, I'd all of a sudden owe Unity 4 times this, $800,000 US. The chances of my game blowing up like this are of course very small, but I don't know if I'm willing to take this giant risk. I'm a broke university student, and I definitely don't have $800,000 US lying around. So what does this mean for Grapples Galore? I should probably rethink my whole monetization plan. I've been developing my game with the mindset I don't really need to make much money, but I certainly don't want to lose money either. That's why I made my games networking, player to player, and made it use Steamworks. There are no server costs, and therefore no financial risk. I spent many months learning different networking solutions to make this sort of strategy work, and Unity just screwed me over with this news. I genuinely don't know what this means for my game. Maybe I'll have to make it paid, but that would suck because I was really excited about how accessible it was going to be. I also thought an advantage of it being free to play would be the number of concurrent users would be much higher and the community could be bigger. I just don't know if that's possible anymore though with this risk. I don't think I'm going to change anything yet. I have some probably misguided faith that Unity is going to backtrack on this decision. They've handled this whole announcement really poorly and backtracked on a lot of their previous statements. On top of this, basically their whole community has turned on them. I also genuinely don't think the CEO is going to stay in power much longer. He literally sold his Unity stocks before this announcement, which is called insider trading and very illegal. Stock prices have also gone down fairly significantly with this announcement, and I would guess Unity's board of investors aren't too happy with this guy, and might want to replace him. The company's PR is also really horrible as well because of this guy. Indie devs are refusing to use Unity and moving to Godot and Hordes. I'm also pretty sure Nintendo, Disney, and Genshin Impact's legal teams won't be letting Unity go through with this without a fight. Maybe I'm misguided in my optimism, but I don't think this will go through, at least in its current form. What do you think I should do though? Should I make my game paid or just take the financial risk? Do you think Unity will go through with this decision? Also, please just let me know if I got anything wrong. There's a lot of news out there and I very well could have.